Hey everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Sport Bike Menace. So we're going to do a first impression, or my impression of this bike, and then we'll do a separate video for riding. And the three conditions will be street, will be city, grass, and then just like the wooded area. So we'll do all three in the next video, but for right now, this is just my impression of this bike. Hopefully you guys can hear me clearly because it's pretty windy out. Right now it's no wind, but it's pretty windy. All right, so my impression of this bike, I love this bike. I don't regret it. It was $1,000. Things that I wish it was different, at least just because it's a folding bike, it's not the same thing as a regular bike. So like, to open this up, there is a button right here that says open. Again, if you don't look for it, you're not gonna know it, and you're just gonna yank on it, but it won't. I opened it one time forcing it, but not by using this clip. The same thing with this handlebar. If you wouldn't know, because it's black on black, so you slide this up so it can release this lever. So I was forcing them open, and I didn't know that there's a clip right here to open all that stuff. Also with the folding part, so you want to be on the opposite side of this one right here is when you want to open this up and pull the lever, and then you want to basically use your legs to force it open so you can fold it. So there's things that I was learning, I would say that the hard way. I did get to enjoy the bike for a couple of days. I got this on, I believe it was Saturday. I'm lying, Saturday. So I rode it Saturday, rode it Sunday, and then rode it today. So today's Monday. So the things that I like about this bike is I like the rims. The rims are the things that I would say that made me win this bike over. Automatically, I wanted a folding bike, but it was just what folding bike that I wanted. So when I saw these rims, I was like, yo, I love these rims. And then some of the styles for e-bikes are like weird, and they're ugly, they're retarded looking. So this is like the most, almost the most normal bike that I can find for the price. Because Amazon got some cheaper ones from 500 to 800 to 1,000, but they just look retarded. I'm sorry for people that ride e-bikes, they just look retarded. Don't get me wrong, for this bike it does sit pretty tall. I'm 5'6". I do have the seat like if I was riding my motorcycle, meaning that I'm on my tippy toes. It's just something that I got used to, don't get me wrong. Sometimes it's a pain in the ass, but I'm just used to it, because I you know, keep my one foot on one peg, and then the other foot is grounded on the floor. So I just got used to that riding style, so I stayed the same with this bike. So to talk about this bike, what I don't like about the bike, it is too laggy. So the throttle, and I'm not going to hit the throttle because I'm in gear, we're going to talk about the screen. So the throttle is very laggy to initiate to go, right? So if I slow down at a specific spot, and it's like a little hill, when I want it to give it throttle, it's not giving me the power where I need it at the specific time, because now then you lose your balance, because you expected that electronic, because that's what you was using. Now if you use the pedal, at least you know that that's your fault. But this, if you're relying solely on electric, it is laggy, and then it's very glitchy, like meaning it gives you a lot of torque as soon as you pull it, it jerks you back, but it's not enough to where it does a wheelie. I wish it did, but it's just torquey without needing to be torquey at the beginning. Not once you already got to like 5 miles per hour, you give it, it's not going to pull you back. It's just from zero, let's say from 0 to 5, it's just torquey. Or just leaving from 0, it pulls you back. It's just too much power to give in the very beginning. It doesn't ease into it and then increase as it goes. Again, it'd be different if I was able to do wheelies on it, because I tried already, but not even that. So it's just glitchy. I do like the gear changers right here. So you hit the gear changer, and so here's where you minus, here's where you hit the plus to go up the gears. And we'll talk about this side. So it has headlight, it has the horn, it has the light button right here. So that's the way the light looks like. And then the rear light, you guys can't see it because it's daytime. And if you press the brakes, it does let people know you're pressing the brake. It does have a turn signal, so we'll show that off. Again, daytime. I don't know if you'll be able to see that right there. So it does like a car swooping across. The only bad thing is I wish it would come up on the screen that you have your turn signal on. Let's say you forgot. I wish it was there. Okay, so what else? So here's all your mode buttons. So you can go like from speed, from the max is 5, that's pedal assist. And then you can't go fast, so you can't press this button too fast because it won't register. You got to do it one at a time. So then your power button, you can go through your average. So my average speed is 14 miles per hour, max is 32. It tells you how much calories you're burning. I don't know if that's just me resetting or it's just I think that's just resets. I mean, that's the whole in total since I've been riding the bike. I wish that there was, let's see if there's a way to, oh, see, nah, I just made the bike walk. I thought there was a way to make it reset. See how you got to be careful with these bikes because pressing buttons can get you instant trouble. I wanted to know how you can reset that. I hit the light, there you go. So holding that, the plus sign, it turns on your light, or some type of light turns on. I don't know why. Let's see if I press it. It dims that, and then it turns on this. So it dims your light, I mean on your screen, and then it shows you a button there. So you hold that plus again. And then to walk the bike, if for whatever reason you want to walk your bike, you hold this, the minus, and then we'll press it and we'll start walking. See, it says walk, which is pretty dumb because it goes too damn fast. So like this is where I say it's too glitchy to where even just pressing that, you gotta walk fast with the bike. It's like it's not walking at your pace, you're walking at the bike's pace, whatever the electronic is set up at. So where we had it at, on trip, we had it on trip. So how many miles? 16.9. My odometer 16. What else? So the suspension, I'll try to rush this video along. So suspension has you where you can lock it. So over here is to lock, and then the other side, well, just leaving it there is open because it doesn't lock with it. This is just lock, and then that's open. Here's your preset. So presets meaning how soft you want to make it, and how much less you want, that it doesn't hit too much. So you just turn the knob and then you can preset it. Back here does not have a suspension. I wish the seat had a suspension, but not even the seat or the back has a suspension. I do like the bike rack. I'm planning to put a bag back there. I'm planning to get a seat that has a suspension, which is called Zoom, and the seat will be able to go up and down so you don't feel all the bumps on your ass that travels up to your back. So I'm gonna make a different video for modded. I made holes on the fender, locked it up top so it doesn't flap and hit the license plate. I could take the license plate off, but I just didn't want to. I left it alone. Quality of the bike, to me, again, for $1,000, I think is an awesome quality. So far I haven't had no issues with the bike, other than just me not knowing about bikes. Now the cable management, for at least the front end, I wish it was better. But I understand at the same time, because this is a folding bike, so it kind of makes it difficult to like make like a better management. Because if they make the cables too long, then you can break the cables, because they're I mean, you know, if they're too long, they can get caught in something. And then if they're too short, then you can break it when folding it. So I guess it is what it is. But yeah, just try to if you ever do get this bike, try to keep it where it's not rubbing against anything. I did use a zip tie for the light, because this right here was no, it was rubbing against the shocks. Here's the connector. The battery's in here, which is 720 volts. The motor is 1400 max peak watts. So it's not it's just when it needs it, it'll pull that much wattage out of the battery. It doesn't mean that that's what it's going to actually do. It just, you know, it can give you something less, but if it needs to pull it, it will pull 1400 for max power. Everything else, I wish they did have the folding pedals on this. At least for me, I wish it did. I mean, maybe I haven't tried it, so maybe I won't like it, but I wish it did, so it gives you more when you fold it up, it gives you more space to fold up. So maybe I'll see if the Amazon even has them for sale, or I could probably see with Lockheed, see if they can even sell it separate as well. So let me see how many. I'm not sure how many pistons this has. This has hydraulic brakes, and it looks like this is just a single piston, but it's a hydraulic brake. And then you'll see in the back how much. That's also a single piston. There's some bikes because of how heavy it is and how much horsepower, well, I don't call it horsepower, how much torque in top speed, they'll have dual pistons. So basically it's, you know, it's a piston up top, piston on the bottom, but this one looks like there's just one center piston right there. But they do have other colors of this bike. I just don't like the other colors. And then depending on the other colors, it also affects the wattage and the torque, or yeah, the torque, which is, this one is 85 newton meters of torque. Other ones are less, I think like 70. And then also the changes the peak for the motor. And I don't know if this one has, because of the wheel being the wheel, sometimes they'll have all the information on top of the actual wheel, and this one doesn't have it. But some of them, they'll have information up here. I can't remember the company top of my head of who makes this, but you guys just search up Lockheed and then you'll be able to read into it. I do like the tires. I do like it has the white walls. Now again, there are soft tires, but these have inner tubes, but they're pretty soft, bouncy as well. I haven't had no trouble with it. I took it out in the dirt, took it out on hiking paths, and regular street riding, so I haven't had any issues with it. And you can see I did get into the mud because it has like dirt all over it. And again, I didn't have no issues with it. This is not like, if it's very muddy, it's not gonna really work because these don't have like dirt bike tires. But so this is like an all-terrain type of tires, and it is. I do give it that. But just showing you guys right now what the bike looks like. This one did come with the phone grip, because it's the one that has the alarm. Let me show you guys the key that it comes with. So here's the alarm for it. It really doesn't lock the bike, so it's like someone can still steal it, it's just the alarm will keep going off. And then again, without this key, they can't use the electronics, and without the key, they can't remove that battery. So the only thing they'll be able to steal this bike for is to literally just ride a heavy bike. And this is 70 pounds for them to just ride without the electronics, without the key, without this key. So let's turn off the bike real quick because we are at 14. So the bike's turned off. We hit the alarm. And that's when it goes off. But the bike can still be stolen. We hit the unlock button. That's that one. And then if you can't find your bike with the other bikes, you can, it chirps until you find it. And then the bottom right here is to start the bike up. And you hear that specific noise, and then you come here, and then you turn on the bike here, and it comes up with that. A mistake that I did with this bike is when I pushed in the battery the first time, I thought it clips, like once you push it up, I thought it clips up here and then you lock it with this key, the bike key, and it doesn't. You have to, when you push it in, you got to go up and then lock it, and then you're good. What I did, because I thought it clipped in, and I closed up the bike, went for a ride, came back, wanted to charge it. I opened this up and the battery slid right out and hit the floor, dinged it up. So there's a lot of mistakes I did on my part, and it's just something that I got to get used to. So another thing is that, so these seats, the seat does go higher up and it also goes further down. This handlebar does go much further up. It's from right here, goes up. But again, for me being 5'6", this bike is already tall as it is, to the point where this is the lowest I can have the handlebar. And yes, the seat can go further down, but that's just not my riding style. But yeah, I want to do some cosmetic to the bike, some mods, and make a video for it and see how it, it turns out. But maybe I'll change out the seat. The seat is pretty small. I would like a wider seat, but maybe I'll just keep it because it says luckeep, and then just change out the tubing here. But yeah, guys, that's my first impression, positives and negatives about the bike. On range, if you don't use the electric much, you'll get a lot of range on it if you just do pedal. So like right now we're at 96, and I did electric all the way over here, not even pedal at all. I just didn't want to be winded out, because this is my second time making this video. I didn't want to be winded out and you guys hearing me huff and puff. So yeah, but anyways, if you guys have any questions, the assembly was pretty easy. I did a video about it. The only thing I had to assemble was the seat, the handlebar, the light, and the wheel. And then everything else, you just got to get it into center, into place. So like these grips move. Well, no, this one doesn't move. That one moves. So this handlebar moves, but I think that's supposed to be like that because this one is the one that rotates. And again, do not rotate that. Well, right now we're in neutral, so that M is in neutral, so we can hit the throttle and we ain't going nowhere. But as soon as you engage the gear here and you hit neutral, you hit the electronics, it's gonna disappear. Bye bye bike. So yeah, I live and learned, how to learn the hard way. And even now I still make mistakes. But yeah, guys, I made this video long. Make sure you guys put a like, subscribe to my channel. It will definitely help out my channel. Put comments, ask questions. Again, I paid $1,000. There are some places that do rent to own, like online. If you guys want that link, I can link it down below so you guys can rent to own. Don't get me wrong, the interest is crazy. The amount that you paid for, you pay that double, so meaning 100% interest. So if the bike is $1,000, you got to give them $1,000. So if the bike is $2,000, you got to give them $4,000. So that's the negative. But for me, since I'm planning to pay this off in 90 days, use my taxes, and then it'll be paid off at once, so I'll pay 0 interest. And if I do pay interest, it's like not much. So anyways, guys, subscribe to the channel, put a like, put a comment, ride safe, drive safe, and I'll catch you guys on our next video.